Warning. Warning. Data within may reveal spoilers to movies that you may have not yet seen. This organization is not responsible for any disappointments, disenchantments, and/or frustrations any spoiler may bring upon listening to the following information. You are mature enough to handle it on your own. Entry accepted.
Welcome and thank you. Your log-on and access to the Cinema Data Vault has been approved. I am B.R.O.K.S, your bio-robotic object-oriented knowledge system, your guide through the Cinema Data Vault, the world's most advanced and complete database of film, radio and television
in the world.
Your request for Voodoo Island is ready for streaming. Beginning streaming services now. In the 1957 horror adventure film Voodoo Island, Philip Knight, a renowned skeptic and television personality, is hired by wealthy industrialist Howard Carlton to debunk rumors of a voodoo curse on a South Pacific island targeted for a luxury resort. The island has a dark history, as a previous survey team sent by Carlton vanished, with only one member, Mitchell, returning in a trance-like state. Knight, accompanied by his secretary Sarah Adams, Dr. Wilding, Matthew Gunn and the cunning Martin Schuyler, sets out to investigate the island. Initially dismissive of the supernatural, Knight's skepticism begins to waver as he faces aggressive vegetation and inexplicable deaths, all pointing toward a powerful malevolent force rooted in voodoo lore. As the team ventures deeper into the island, the group faces unexpected horrors that challenge their senses. They encounter carnivorous plants, a tribe of natives with mysterious powers, and evidence of voodoo practices that defy explanation. When Schuyler's greed disrupts negotiations with the native leader, the group is imprisoned, and a voodoo doll resembling Schuyler signals his doom. Knight must navigate these supernatural threats to protect his team and uncover the island's secrets, but the eerie atmosphere and deadly encounters suggest they may not escape unscathed. Next up is a character breakdown for the main characters in Voodoo Island, based on available information from within the Cinema Data Vault and, of course, the film's narrative context. These characters drive the film's tension, with their conflicting motivations, skepticism, greed and cultural clashes colliding against the backdrop of the island's mysterious and deadly forces. Philip Knight, played by Boris Karloff. A skeptical television personality and paranormal investigator, Knight is the central figure tasked with debunking rumors of a voodoo curse on a South Pacific island. Known for his rational and scientific approach, he initially dismisses supernatural claims but is gradually unnerved by the island's eerie phenomena. His leadership and determination drive the expedition, though his skepticism is challenged by the escalating horrors. Boris Karloff, born William Henry Pratt on November 23, 1887 in London, England, was a British actor renowned for his iconic roles in horror films, most notably as the monster in Universal's 1931 classic Frankenstein, which catapulted him to stardom. With a career spanning over 5 decades, Karloff's distinctive voice, imposing presence, and nuanced performances made him a legend in the genre, starring in classics like The Mummy from 1932, Bride of Frankenstein in 1935, The Raven from 1963, and the awesome Comedy of Terrors, co-starring with other greats like Vincent Price, Peter Lorre, and Basil Rathbone. Beyond horror, he showcased versatility in theatre, radio and television, including narrating How the Grinch Stole Christmas in 1966. Despite his chilling on-screen persona, Karloff was known off-screen for his kindness and professionalism, leaving a lasting legacy in cinema until his death on February 2, 1969. Sarah Adams, played by Beverly Tyler, portrays Knight's loyal and level-headed secretary, who accompanies him to the island. She serves as a supportive figure, maintaining composure amid the group's growing fear. Her role is practical, often assisting Knight in his investigations, and she represents a grounded perspective as supernatural events unfold. Beverly Tyler, born Beverly Jean Saul on July 5, 1927 in Scranton, Pennsylvania, was an American actress and singer who became a minor MGM leading lady in the 1940s and 1950s, appearing in over 30 films, including The Green Years, My Brother Talks to Horses and Voodoo Island. Discovered at the age of 14 after a daring audition at MGM's New York office, she was signed to a contract and debuted in The Youngest Profession in 1943, adopting the stage name Beverly Tyler. Despite her singing talent and radio experience, she was mostly cast in supporting roles or B-movies, with her career stalling after losing a key role to Janet Leigh in 1947. Tyler also performed on Broadway in The Firebrand of Florence and appeared on television shows like The Andy Griffith Show and Hazel. She retired from acting in 1962 after marrying comedy writer, director Jim Jordan Jr., and lived in Reno, Nevada, until her death from a pulmonary embolism on November 23, 2005. Martin Schuyler, played by Elisha Cook Jr., is the cunning and greedy member of the expedition. Schuyler is a self-serving opportunist whose actions disrupt the group's interactions with the island's natives, resulting in his imprisonment and a fatal encounter with a voodoo doll, marking him as a tragic antagonist. Elisha Cook Jr. was born on December 26, 1903. He was an American character actor with a career spanning over 6 decades, best known for his roles as nervous, often cowardly, or ill-fated characters in film noir and horror genres. Born in San Francisco, he began acting in theatre before transitioning to films in the 1930s, appearing in classics like The Maltese Falcon as the twitchy Gunsel Wilmer and The Big Sleep as Harry Jones. His distinctive, wiry frame and anxious demeanour made him a memorable presence in over 100 films, including Shane and The House on Haunted Hill, as well as TV shows like Alfred Hitchcock Presents and Star Trek, the original series. Cook's ability to portray vulnerable yet complex characters cemented his legacy as a quintessential supporting actor in Hollywood's golden age. He passed away on May 18, 1995. Rhodes Reason portrays the character Matthew Gunn. A member of the expedition, Gunn contributes to the group's efforts to navigate the island's dangers. His role supports the team's investigation, though he faces the same eerie threats, including hostile natives and supernatural occurrences. Born April 19, 1930, Rhodes Reason was an American actor best known for his roles in B-movies and television during the 1950s and 1960s. Born in Glendale, California, he began his career with minor roles in films like Voodoo Island, and later in 1967 appeared in King Kong Escapes as Commander Carl Nelson. And of course, he had a major role in the Mystery Science Theatre classic, This Island, Earth. Reason gained prominence on television. For 2 years, he starred as Sheriff Will Mayberry in Bus Stop and appeared in guest roles on shows like The Time Tunnel and the original Star Trek series. For you Trekkies, it was the episode Bread and Circuses. His rugged charm and versatility made him a recognizable figure in genre films and TV westerns, though he never achieved major stardom. Reason retired from acting in the 1970s and passed away in Palm Springs, California, on December 26, 2014 at age 84. Now, for your pleasure, presenting the movie trailer for Voodoo Island.
Nobody goes to that island. Not in their right mind.
Why do you say that?
I don't say it, it's what the natives say. What they have been saying for the last 50 years. They say nobody ever goes there and comes back.
The voodoo curse strikes at all who are drawn there by the lure of gold. Look out!
Ashes. Maybe they're not ashes from a fire. Maybe they're ashes of a different kind.
Black magic cast its darkest spell, turning it into a jungle of overpowering evil.
conclusion, Voodoo Island builds tension through its exotic setting and suspenseful pacing, ultimately exploring the conflict between scientific rationalism and ancient, mysterious beliefs. While considered a B-movie, Voodoo Island holds a cult appeal for its atmospheric tone and Karloff's commanding presence. The film ends with a chilling reminder that some places are best left undisturbed. End of data information. Ending streaming services. Thank you for using the Cinema Data Vault. The appropriate amount will be deducted from your account. Have a great day.